boys and girls. Welcome to day 2 of Compassion Camp crafts. This is Miss Chris again, going through all of your crafts for today. So today we're talking about how compassion helps us to be brave. You may remember the story that your teachers went over with you about the friends who had a paralyzed friend with them. And they actually were brave enough to bring them through a roof to Jesus so he could heal them. And then he could go back into their community. So what we're going to do first, if you remember from yesterday, is you are going to have another page to color. Again, you may have already colored it. And it says to the neighbor. Because remember, another thing we talked about, and your teachers probably did too, was when you're brave enough to help and reach out to others and help your neighbor, it's also showing compassion. And compassion calls for focusing on your neighbor and what they need. So that's why this says to your neighbors, and you can see that there. So you're going to, again, color it if you haven't done so yet. You're going to cut it out again on the dotted line. You'll see a little pair of scissors showing you where to cut. You'll do that first. And this is what you're going to add to the book that you've already started. So once you're done cutting, again, you'll have your glue from yesterday. Whatever you need to help get it to stick. You'll put your glue on the back. Okay, when you open your book, you're going to go to the next page, which I'll show you. Okay, so if you remember from day 1, here's your first page. You're going to flip to the next page. Okay, now we're going to go to the bottom, right-hand side, and you're going to glue it in. Okay, and again, like yesterday, you're just going to add some, you can add stickers, you can draw some pictures, okay, and color it in up there. So put that aside. And now I'm going to show you the craft of the day. So if you may remember what I just said earlier, that when you are showing compassion for others and being brave, sometimes it might take a little bit of focusing. And you have to focus on what your neighbor needs. So something that you might think that would help us focus are binoculars. Now, usually binoculars will help you kind of see something closer up, but what we're really trying to do with this craft today is show you that binoculars help you also focus on something in more detail. So again, focusing on others and what they need and helping them out. So first you have this, and they'll already be glued for you. Okay, you'll have a strip of paper like this, and what you're going to write on this is focus on the needs of others. Okay, so we're going to have to do it right in the center, and I'll show you this more closely in a little bit, because we want to make sure we see it on the front. So what you might want to do is kind of take your binoculars and lay them kind of on top of the middle here to kind of find where it is and see how far you have to write. So I did that kind of to help me. And I'm going to write focus on the needs of others. Okay, and you'll see it's kind of right in the middle of your paper. Then what you're going to do is take some glue, and you'll get it on your paper. Make sure you get the corners so that it sticks pretty well. Okay. And then you're going to put it on the middle, and I'll show you in a second how that looks. So it'll kind of wrap around the back, but if you look at the front and center, focus on the needs of others is showing right on the front. Okay? But something else we'll need with binoculars is something to make sure it kind of can hold around our neck. So you're going to have a piece of yarn, okay? It's about 2 feet long. I'll just kind of show you that. Okay, 1 foot and then 2 feet. I'll have a little knot. It's going to be tied twice so that when you have it in your binoculars, it won't fall out. And I'm going to show you how we'll attach it to our binoculars. Something pretty quick and easy. I'm going to tie a double knot on this one. Okay, and the last thing you're going to need to do with your binoculars is cut a couple little slits in them. So you'll notice the ones that are made, your slits are actually on the bottom of your toilet paper rolls. Okay, I'll show you how that's going to be. You might even want to take your marker and draw a tiny little line, and I'll show you, like that. and then you can cut. Right on your line. I just cut right 2 slits, one here and one here. And then you're going to take it. Oh, make sure you trim this.
The knot would be on the inside.
So, because the knot's going on the inside, you don't want the string to actually be in your way. So you're going to cut that off a little bit. And I'll show you in a minute what it'll look like. Cut that piece off. Cut a piece off here. Okay, so you'll have your 2 knots. Kind of like that. And the knot's going to go on the inside of your toilet paper holder. So you put one on one and one on the other. I'll show you what that looks like. So you can kind of see your 2 knots in there. So that kind of can pull a little bit, but it'll keep it sturdy. And then what you have, you can hold it around your neck like this, and you can look through to focus on what others need. And you can actually just quickly pull it and it'll come out. And if you want to use them again, just put the knots back. So enjoy making your crafts today, and remember to focus on the needs of others. Have a good day.